What I want to take a look at now is multiband compression. I've got a drum track still. I'm going to go to my inserts, dynamics, and I'm going to scroll down to the multiband compressor. I don't think that all software has a multiband compressor pre-installed, but there's some really good third-party plugins out there. I've got this multiband compressor inserted right now, and what a multiband compressor does is that it filters the signal which is on the input into frequency bands, and we can see these bands right here. This is band 1, 2, 3, and 4, and these are the frequency ranges of each band. So this band right here, the first green colored one, covers from 20 hertz up to 150 hertz, or depending where we put the crossover frequency onto the next band. And then we've got the second band right here from, let's say 500 hertz up to 5 kilohertz, and then 5 up to, what's that, probably 15. And then we've got 15 up to 20K, which is the highest band right here. And we can change these crossover frequencies. I think every multi-band compressor I've seen so far allows you to change these points right here. And so what we've got is we've got 4 portions of the input signal. This is just containing the very low end, the low mids, the high mids, and then we've got the really high treble part. We can change these frequencies, and we can compress every frequency range with a different setting, because if we can look down, you can see the color corresponds right here to each compressor. So we've got 4 compressors for every band 1. So that's a real cool tool. What that allows us to do is to compress the green area, or in this case it's the low area, a lot more than, for example, the rest of the signal, allowing us to just compress the low end of a mix or of a vocal track or drums or whatever that you put a multi-band compressor on. And that's a real flexible tool, because we could actually put all the ratios on 1, so all these bands don't compress, and we just compress the low end right here by lowering the threshold and increasing the ratio, and now we're just compressing the lower end. If we have the same with really sharp cymbals, of course we can EQ these type of things, but we could also compress these peaks in the really high end, so that that will compress just that region of the frequency part of that signal. So that's this is a really helpful tool for shaping sounds and giving them a nice compression sound without overdoing the overall frequency spectrum with compression. Thanks for watching this episode. Next week I'm going to continue with gates and expanders. So we've had compression so far. Maybe in later tutorials in later seasons I'm going to continue with some more compression things, but that's for later. Next week it's going to be gates, expanders. So hope to see y'all next week.